Hello. Welcome to the live stream. And now it is the second stream of the day. And we'll be doing another DSA question, but a moderate one this time. So, which one should we choose? Minimum word length, or leaders in array, or count and say? Let's pick. Let's pick. mm, okay, it's related to strings, and I want to. I guess if it is around strings. Let's see. Yep, and it is around strings. And I want to make my hands dirty in string. So let's go with this question for the stream. And this is going to be the only question that we'll be doing. Let's read the question. Given a string S that contains multiple words, you need to find the word that has minimum length. If multiple words are of same length, then answer will be first minimum length word in the string. Words are separated by a single space only. So they will be giving us this, and the output is this A, B, C, D, D, and the output will be A. So what is going to be the condition? Why is this a moderate level code? Mm. And the target is to do this code before 7. Given a string as that contains, okay, so let me remove my jacket. So so let's think on paper as we always do. Give me a moment. Yes. So we are given this is a statement. Let's suppose this is what we have as input string. So, and we want A as the output because it is of length 1, right? This is going to be the output, and anything shorter than A must be short. Okay, so why am I even thinking like this? So the code for it is going to be, we'll run a for loop on every character ch in str dot to to char array. Okay, and in this loop we will have, and we can create a int, and we'll assign it int min. My bad. We can assign a min, and we can min val. Minimum val would be wrong to say. Minimum length. So we'll assign what? And this is not capital. Okay, so for every word that we have inside the string, we want to, okay, so my bad, and we want entire words out of string. Okay, so this is why it is a bit more tricky. So here we are not playing with individual words. We have to have words taken out first, and then we will have to compute the length of the word and then compare the length of the word. So that can also be done. That can also be done inside with split statement. With very easy statement, we can create an array uh, of strings, and in that at each index of the string array, we are going to save string. We are going to say store words, and the length of those words can be counted, and we can simply do that. But instead of from my experience, I know that split is not something that you would really want to use, because it increases the type complexity. What you can rather do is compute word every time with a single iteration, right? With a single iteration you compute a word. So you will remove this statement, or well, that statement could be maintained, my bad. Okay, so what we'll do, this iterates to the every character of the uh, of the of the string, right? And we want to create words. If ch is not equal to a space, then we want our word to get created. This can be string builder, right? And you want to append, right? Inside string builder you don't want to write plus, but you want to write append, append what? Ch, okay? Else, if it is a word, else we, what do we do? We do word, inside the else we write if word dot. Okay, so it is tricky because of the last character, because there is always problem around computing the last character. Understood. So it is a very short code with the split statement, but in order to optimize it, we are doing this. We can write this, we can utilize the split function, and then we can come on to this optimized approach. But Let me make quick cup of tea. And what do we do? If word length is smaller than with min length, then and this is string, and even if this is not the case, then also we want to empty out word. So word, how do we empty out word? Word dot set word.set length 0. I was checking if my pen was working. Okay, well, so let's assume if we have come out of the for loop and we know that last word is already added, so we will compute if and also we have to update min length. That's correct. Okay, then we update the min word as word. Okay, and what if uh, uh okay, this is only going to be the condition, right? For the last word. What else? Nothing else. This is the whole code. We just return that. Simply we return that. Just a second. I'll be right. Let's code. Just a second.
I'm fucked up, I'm black and blue, I'm built for all the abuse. I got secrets that nobody knows. I'm fucked up, I'm black and blue, I'm built for all the abuse. I got secrets that nobody knows.
Hello. Sorry. And yes. So actually, for the minimum length, we really want to have a maximum value. So, and also we want a string builder word, right? And we want to have a minimum word. But how will we compare a string builder word with, yeah, okay, so because they have both have the same length function, and can we literally copy them? So we can create two string builders, right? String builder result, right? Or the, okay, the minimum length.
I'm fucked up, I'm black and blue, I'm built for all the abuse. I got secrets that nobody knows.
Okay, and there is another string builder that we would like to make, and that is word.
I'm fucked up, I'm black and blue, I'm built for all the abuse. I got secrets
Now you want every character, we want to iterate through every character,
nobody knows.
right? Str is input is what you what you are given. To char array is what you want to make. Yo, welcome back, dude. Where have you been all this time? I I was low on motivation this entire time. Now I suddenly feel motivated. Thank you for joining. Please stay tuned. Now you want word creation to happen, right? So you put a condition that if character, okay, that's super cool. If character is not equal to what a space, then we want the word creation to happen. Then we write word dot append, which is the word is blank as of now. We have nothing stored inside the word, so we append the character. This is the first thing that we do. Okay, so for and in the else statement, if it is a space, then what do we want to do? Just a second. Never mind. Okay, so in such a case, you want to check. Now you have the complete word made up and you have encountered a space. Right, now you want to check the length of the word and see if mm, the else. Okay, in the else you want to check if the word dot length, and yes, for the length you have to have the parenthesis. If the length of the word is smaller than minimum length, then only you want to upgrade, right? You then only you want to update the values. Minimum length is equals to word dot length, correct? And also what you actually want to return a word, right? So what is going to be the word? So we are literally going to say utilize the variable that we the string builder that we have initialized, the minimum length word. So it is going to be it is actually a word. Okay, it is actually this word, right? What we are creating over here. And on top of that, once if the word is of smaller length, then we want these to happen. Otherwise, what do we want in general? We want the word to get empty. So we write set length, and I've actually memorized this function, and good I chose this question because I would have forgotten this function. Okay, so we have set the word length to 0. This will return us the word of the smallest length. Okay, and the first and the first smallest word is only going to be stored over here, right? Correct. Also, we are by doing past questions, so we know that the trick in such questions, or the part that in which we really want uh, to actually think around, is the part where when we manually go to each character of the string and we do word creation. So at the end of, and we are taking this blank space as the trigger point. So at the end of the space, the probability of having a space is very less. And in the in the question, it is mentioned that you are going to have you are going to have the words separated by a single space, and you are not going to have trailing or leading spaces. Okay, well, this is not given, but this is an assumption, and this is a general thing that happens inside these types of questions. So you don't have the trigger point for the last word. So we are, when we move outside the loop, we really want to write uh, if word dot length, because some word must have been created, right? And we want to see if it's smaller than minimum length. If this is going to be the case, then we want to have these conditions copied over here, so that, and right, and we want to return what? return what? Min length word is actually something that we were working on, and we want to return toString is necessary because we are working with string builders. I think this is the perfect code in the first instance, and let's see what we missed. Okay, so char ch, okay. Okay, so you, you don't really want to write char over here because you have taken out character over here, right? Char. This is the only issue that we are having. And any other issue? Any other issue? No. Okay, now we have another issue in hand. Minimum length is min length int int. Int is capital, I guess so. Uh, int, or was it not? Uh, how do we write it? Okay, so we are messing around this line. So we really want to see what is the correct way of writing this. Oh yes, I remember. Integ. You have to write it exactly full integer, right? Wow, another error. That's perfectly all right because we are having quite a few things going here. String byldr. So error incompatible types char and string over here. Character and string. Okay, so dude, make it a space, dude. Make it a space. Correct. Now what? Okay, that is resolved. Minimum length word is equals to word. Minimum length word is equals to word. Minimum length word is equal to word. You cannot find symbol minimum length word. This is minimum length word. Okay, so it turns out that I have minimum length word written this entire time. No worries. These are not very big issues. Wow. So we have this as an input and we want this as our output. So our first test case passes pretty well, but it does not pass this test case. This test case. So what is the input that is given? How come I am giving this output? This is not possible. And how come is this even the output? Desired output is this? There is nothing inside the input string like this jh. Can you find any jh's over here? I don't think so. The least word that you can have. And also, how come is this my output? How come is this my output? If it is working fine for this BA, now how come BA is the output for this? My output is statement. Or is the what am I missing? What am I not doing? Everything is perfect according to me. If the new word is smaller than the if the new word dot length is smaller than the minimum length, any integer value must be smaller than this, right? Yes, it's going to get updated. How is it printing statement? How is it having word returned as it is when I am having this condition? We are not returning word, right? We are returning minimum length word, and minimum length word is only getting computed whenever we encounter a blank space. According to me, my code is correct, but I really want to know where am I not mm, making the right logic, or where am I actually making a mistake. Is there anything?
I'm fucked up, I'm black and blue. I'm built for all the abuse. I got secrets that nobody knows.
Oh shoot. Okay. Okay. So if I would be using strings actually and not string builder, then it would be correct.
I'm fucked up, I'm black and blue. I'm built for all the abuse. I got secrets that nobody knows.
So there is no copy function as we do have in strings. Okay, so this is the most ideal way. Okay, there are many indirect ways like this, but you really want to do things like this. Okay, new string builder, and okay, so the mistake is we are passing the reference, and that erases everything, right? So it is a very big bug, and but it is not logically incorrect. We are logically extremely accurate and precise. We are just losing on the syntax part. So where do we really want to have the new word? Mm, word, right? So yes, the reason why we are not seeing JHJH because there is a bug inside coding ninjas. You don't actually see what's over here. So many times when there is a big error, the instead of stretching this console region to till the extreme extent, we still cannot see the whole thing. So I'm sure that there is a string that is coming up. We can actually inspect and find that out. So if we really want to know that, if we really want to, where is that? Right. So let's see. We are inside the text box. We don't want you, dude. Just want. We just want this. Okay. And where is the code? Oh, can you please change your positions? Not able to see the code. See, this is the entire string. This is the entire string. And they are only showing us the screen till WQ. Okay, this is the part there where they are only showing us the screen. So it's a bug in their platform. I can report someday. Okay, so let's submit the solution, and we have definitely created a better solution actually, and this depends on the time we took to submit the question. So yes, this is it for this stream. I think that we have actually, oh, how come are we better than a 99% of the people suddenly? Okay, because of the time we took. Okay, we took a very less time in order to complete the question. Well, uh, it doesn't matter, it just compiles and we are optimal. That's what we want. Okay, now this is it for the day, but we have to quickly log our question, and I will surely log the question. 18 01 and 26 is, and what do you have? What question did we do? Minimum length word. Uh, then we reach the complexity. We just iterated once through the entire string, and that is so nice, right? And that is so nice. So n over here, the n is the time complexity, and what is the code? Mm, so let's ask GPT. Can you give a PSEU code for my code? I log my mushroom log sheet. Okay. So what is mutable objects? But ideally, if I'm really being honest, this is something that you really want to do by yourself. But please try to understand. we we want to make things simpler. This time complexity we know we don't want any space. Each character processed once. Extra space going in again. Smallest word, right? Right. And we don't want this. And we are good with this, right? We are fine over here. So everything is perfect. Okay, this is it for the day. Thank you for joining.